Welcome to Taking a Timeout with Dustin Sullivan, a production of Can Do Group. Can Do Group is a 501c3 nonprofit provider of day services for adults with developmental disabilities and is pleased to bring you this podcast. Today, Dustin's guest is John Kayser. John is a native of Oregon, Ohio, and now resides in Findlay. He attended the University of Findlay, receiving a bachelor's degree in environmental and hazardous material management and a master's degree in environmental management. John played baseball for 2 years at Owens Community College and 2 years while attending the University of Findlay. He is active in the Findlay Youth Baseball Program, coaching and tutoring kids, and now serves as an assistant baseball coach at Findlay High School. And now I will turn the mic over to Dustin Sullivan.
Where are you originally from? I already know this, but...
Well, I grew up in Oregon, Ohio. Born in 1975, grew up there, and then once I started playing ball down here at Findlay, I've been here ever since. So since 1995, I've been a resident of Findlay, Ohio.
Who was your sports role model growing up?
I had a lot of sports role models, and it kind of depended on what sports we played in. But being a baseball guy, I always followed the work ethic of Pete Rose. Always going full go and play to win.
Oh yeah, that's right. Me and you think alike, because I like Pete Rose too.
I know you're a big Reds fan.
Yeah, and you're a big Tigers fan.
I am a Tigers fan. I grew up.
We used to have battles all the time over.
We did. I remember playing video games and
college football, and you used to play as Michigan High State, and you used to kick my butt all the time.
Wow. I'm an Ohio State fan now, but I like to pick Michigan to get under your skin a little bit.
Because we were playing games in the garage one time, and my tire exploded.
That's right. When Dustin was younger, I would put my TV and video games in the garage so we could get in there and play.
Yeah.
With him and the other kids around the neighborhood.
Yeah. What got you into coaching?
Well, I played baseball throughout my high school career and then 4 years in college. I got into coaching because my boys were interested in baseball, and coached them through T-ball years, through coach pitch, and then I've had the good opportunity to coach them while they went through high school. So now my oldest boy just graduated last year, and then I have a boy who's a junior in high school this year. So it's been an awesome experience for me to see them grow and coach them all 4 years in high school and when they were younger.
It's amazing to see how great Andrews became.
Yes, they both have. I don't know what water they drank from, but they both have outgrown me by about 5 or 6 inches, and it's an awesome to see them grow and get better.
It's crazy because it's hard to believe Hunter's already going to be a sophomore in college already.
Yeah, he's studying up at the University of Toledo. He's 19, and he's probably, I think he's about 6'3" and a half now, and Andrew's about 6'1", and
they make me feel old now.
We're all old, Dustin. You think they make you feel old? How do you think it makes me?
I remember I was just a young kid, and I was like, we're out playing games and stuff, and I'm almost 30.
Dustin, I remember going out, we were talking about playing football in the backyard, having the boys guard you and throwing the ball and playing wiffle ball.
We used to have some fun.
We did. We did have some good times.
Because I remember Mason used to play football with them and he couldn't catch the ball.
That's I forgot about your cousin Mason. I used to make up kid names for all the boys just to make them laugh. I'd call them Maynard and but Dustin, yeah, we would we used to have some good times in the backyard playing games and
good memories.
It is great memories.
It's hard to believe it's been that long ago.
It is. I think if I'd go out there and play, I'd be in bed for 2 weeks recovering.
I think my dad would be in the same
I think your dad would be in worse shape than me.
I remember you guys used to play pig out, basketball.
Yep, basketball, and then when we'd go inside, we'd play. We kind of kicked Dustin off the video games and played Tiger Woods and football, and we made him watch us.
Tiger Woods, you kicked my butt at that game.
Yeah.
My dad used to say you cheated all the time.
I know. I didn't tell you back then, but I had to cheat to beat you because you were better than me.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about your experience working at MDA camp?
Well, I remember, I can't remember the year, but your dad asked me to if I'd be interested in helping, and I've always gotten along and want to do whatever I can for you and any kid. But the first year I went up there, I absolutely loved it. I'd like to see the smile on your guys' faces, and it really hit me in the heart, and I love doing it. So for the next, I think, 3 years, we'd go up there and help out, and it was a little rough staying in the cabin in the hot summers, and then your dad got the great idea of putting an air conditioner in our cabin, which made all the difference in the world.
Because I remember you guys used to not eat the food at the cafeteria.
Nope. Yep. Your dad was pretty smart, and we would go to the mall and buy our food and let the kids eat the food.
Because I remember Kent used to have you go to Hooters for him get wings.
We never went to Hooters. It was always Taco Bell or something like that. But we would forego the camp food, and
I remember when I got in trouble for it because we TP'd your cabin.
Yeah, you guys would.
We almost got arrested, I thought.
You never got arrested. We made up calling the cops, but we had to clean it up while you guys just laughed at us, and you guys would toilet paper us, and they would go around the cabin at night making noises, and we'd always wonder what the heck's going on. And
we used to have fun times at camp.
It was fun. Even swimming was fun.
The dance was always the last day. The dance and the clog roast were always two great things.
Yeah. Did you enjoy the dance?
Yeah.
I remember
we used to get pizzas.
We would get pizzas. I remember wheeling you up, and I remember you and a couple other kids were shy talking to girls, so I'd wheel you up there and shut your chair off so you couldn't get away.
And do you remember that? And we did have a mascot at camp. He was named Chomper, and we used to have to search for him.
Yeah, we did. I don't think anybody ever found him, though.
No. My dad and them hit it, remember?
I do. I remember one of the best times at camp was in the big field when we would play almost like frisbee football, and there would be about 20 kids in wheelchairs, and we would be the quarterback and throwing the frisbee and it was a challenge for us trying to hit them, and it was so much fun trying to see them. I mean, they would go full go trying to catch these frisbees, and sometimes they'd hit the chairs, but I don't think anybody ever got hurt, which was a good thing. No. But it was so much fun doing that and watching you guys.
There was always a curfew, but we snuck out a lot.
We did. The curfew never really applied. No. Your dad found ways to sneak out. Yeah. And I followed his lead.
Yeah, because my dad used to buy snacks galore for
snacks and pop, and
we were never hungry.
No, 15 to 20 kids hopped up on Mountain Dew and Doritos were a challenge to get them to go to bed at night.
Yeah, there's some great kids, but it's been sad over the years because we've lost a couple.
Yes, yeah, it has. But it's
an honor.
Great memories, and what fun times. I still remember camp. So
I remember some of the great times Kent used to do it with us.
Yeah, Kent's still up there, and
he's 36 now.
Yeah, he's up in Liberty, is it Liberty Township? Is it
in Michigan?
Yeah, he will still reach out to me through Facebook Messenger from time to time, and he's a big Dallas Cowboy fan. So he would text me when they would play, and so it's good that they continues to reach out, and it's good to hear from him.
Yeah, and we used to watch some great movies at your cabin.
It is, and again, the funnest times for me is in the evening when the kids they would be in bed and we would be watching a horror movie like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and you guys would be screaming, and we'd just be laughing about it, and then I would say, "Oh my gosh, is there somebody else with a chainsaw?"
Dustin could go down memory lane with you forever. Let's move on to the interview, okay? Let's go back to the questions.
What was your most memorable game as a coach?
I think, last year, my son Hunter was a senior. We lost in the district championship game. We played Bowling Green. It went into extra innings, and Hunter had a great game.
I remember he had the walk-off. Remember?
He had a walk-off base hit to get us there, and then he had a great game against Bowling Green. And
because I remember Andrew did it too.
He did. Andrew had a walk-off base hit during the summer, but for coaching the high school, I would say that was being a father and a
Yeah.
coach, that was awesome to see. One, us getting that far when nobody expected
Yeah.
it. Two, your Hunter
Yeah.
being playing very well and being one of the key players to get us to that point.
Baseball is a great sport for high school. Because Colin played too.
Yeah, it teaches a lot of life lessons because in baseball
Yeah.
You fail more than you succeed, and you got to pick yourself up and
Keep
move
trying.
on. You got to keep trying.
So, what was your most memorable game as a baseball player?
As a baseball player, well, it was when I played at Owens. I played 2 years at Owens Community College when I first got out of high school, and my second year at Owens, I hit a walk-off triple to get us to the Junior College World Series, which we finished third place. And unfortunately, I gave up a 2-run home run to knock us out of the tournament. But getting there, I hit a walk-off triple to get us to go to the World
That's
Series.
awesome. I remember you used to you were always good at baseball.
Yeah, I'm a
You-
short, stocky guy. I have small arms, and it's easy to hit.
Because you and Colin used to play baseball together.
Yeah, we did in a summer wood bat
Yeah.
league.
I understand you have been at the University of Findlay for several years as an environmentalist. What kind of things does an environmentalist do?
Well, in my job, I've been with the university, the All Hazards Training Center, for 23 years. I'm the director of operations there, and we conduct OSHA and EPA safety training courses. So, fire departments, emergency response teams, we train them on how to respond to chemical spills, emergencies,
Yeah.
the correct way and the safe way, whether it's wearing the protective clothing or different things to research the product that spilled. So we just train them on how to respond safely, and so everybody gets to go home.
Sounds like a yucky job because you got all that horrible stuff to do.
Well, it's I wouldn't say it's a glamorous job, but somebody's got to do it, and
Yeah.
it's a unique job. We'll say
And it
that.
helps having a good boss like Dave Kopis.
Dave is I work with Dave Kopis, and he's a great guy. He's a retired fireman
Yep.
from the Findlay Fire Department, and then he's been with us for 12 years now. And him and I work day to day together. And
I've known him for a while now.
he comes over and helps me from time to time to help you out. And
And he knew my grandma.
he knew your grandma, and he knows your dad and your aunts.
Tracy.
He's a guy that's very reliable, and he's more of a friend
He's a
than a
great guy.
coworker.
What was it like being inducted into the University Baseball Hall of Fame?
It was great, a great honor, and nothing says how well you played and
Yeah.
how you're respected than that. So
And at least you'll always remember it in your heart.
yeah,
Maybe someday Andrew will be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
yep. Andrew, he's playing well. He's his baseball skills. Every boy and all the boys I see,
Yeah.
we just keep getting better, and being a high school coach, and I can't wait for this coming year because we are going to be a team to be reckoned with.
Andrew's been the older he's got, he's changed quite a bit.
He has, and unfortunately for me, every year that goes by, I keep either shrinking or everybody else gets taller. So he's gotten bigger and stronger.
I remember he used to get frustrated, but now he's like, with sports now he's not.
Well, I wouldn't say that he's gotten over it completely because he still gets angry. He's more competitive than I am, as you know, Dustin.
Yeah, I know he
throwing
is, 'cause he
video
used to-
game controllers at your house, and
One time we had to, because he was being bad, we had to make him pay for my control, teach him a lesson.
Oh no.
yeah,
And he never did it since.
He's a little competitive guy, and him and Dustin were playing. I don't know if you were playing football or
Yeah, football.
yeah, and Andrew, my youngest boy, got mad and threw the remote because Dustin beat him, and we made him pay for it. But
Because me and Andrew used to go back and forth because he liked the Bengals and I liked Steelers, so it was kind of always a feud.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's awesome that
Yeah.
you guys still play and
Yeah.
but
Me and Andrew they've always looked up to me.
yeah, I remember him sitting on your lap and you riding him around in your chair when he was younger.
Used to give him all the sour candy. Used to love all the sour candy he gave
Yeah,
him.
he would if you didn't keep an eye on him, he would steal all your candy and eat it. And I remember him going into your house, into your mom's
And that's for a
cupboard.
pop.
yeah, taking chips and pop and candy out of your mom's cupboard.
That was almost as bad when Mason used to mess with stuff. Probably should go back in the interview.
Yeah. Dustin, you're getting sidetracked here, and
Yeah.
I'm easy. I follow you right down the rabbit hole.
I really am not giving him the evil eye, but he looks over at me and I'm like, oh god.
What is your dream vacation spot? If you could go anywhere in the world.
Ooh, well, I've been to a lot of different places. I remember going on vacation with your mom and dad and
And Tracy and Uncle.
yeah, all your aunts and uncles to Jamaica, which was unbelievable. And
Yeah,
then,
because I remember you used to wear the Batman pants.
well, yeah, that was a great vacation, and I unfortunately forgot to put suntan lotion on, and that's a put suntan lotion on because I couldn't wear shorts. I had to wear my lounge pajama Batman pants, which glowed in the dark because my shorts and dress pants were too they rubbed against my sunburned legs, and it was too painful.
That was almost as bad as when we camped out in the backyard. And you and my dad left me
Yeah.
and AJ.
Yeah, those are good times camping out in the backyard, but your dad and I would we would get smart and realize the air conditioning was a little better in our own beds.
So I think you and my dad wanted to go in the house, have a drink or something.
No, we wouldn't do that.
We would never do that.
We would just go in the house.
He's ratting you out a lot.
These are. I'm not sure who's all. Listen to this. He's
I've always been a character.
You have been a character.
Are you?
That's one of the things we like about you.
Yeah. Are you still doing the travel baseball tournament in Florida?
I do. I started 10 years ago, or in 2010. I started playing in an adult wood bat league.
For the Finley Bombers, right?
Well, they're called the Toledo Black Sox now. So every year I go down to Fort Myers Beach, Florida, and we play in a wood bat baseball tournament, which has roughly about 56 teams, and it's a 35 and older tournament. And
Fort Myers is a good place to have it.
Fort Myers, we play at all the Minnesota Twins stadium and the Red Sox stadium, so it's a great time.
That'd be cool to go there.
It is, and it's fun experience for me because we get to play in the big league stadiums and get to go in the locker rooms, and there's a lot of ex-big leaguers that go down there and play.
Yeah. I'll be getting to do that pretty soon. Stephen Adams is gonna let me go in the locker room.
That'll be good. I'd make sure they put some air freshener in there though.
Yeah. It might stink bad.
It might stink, but Finley football, they're gonna have an exciting season too. I mean, they're looking good, and
got Luke Montgomery.
Yeah, Luke Montgomery, and Coach Adams is a great guy. He knows what he's doing, and the staff he has. It's going to be fun to watch them play on Friday nights because I think they're going to go far this year.
It was a great honor to meet Luke.
Yeah, it's awesome. Him,
And the coach.
Yeah,
and the coach.
Yeah, they're both, and Luke's he's a great football player, but he's a good kid too. And Coach Adams is awesome with the kids, and he knows what he's, football wise and dealing with young athletes. He's a great guy and great mentor for those boys. And
this was a great honor to get to do all these podcasts.
I was so excited when you asked me to do this. There's no way I would have said no, and I was looking forward to this for weeks now. And matter of fact, I texted your mom and your dad to make sure I had the right time because I didn't want to miss it. So I'm glad you guys invited me, and you're asking me these tough questions, Dustin.
It's an honor to get to do one with my good friend John.
Yeah, I'm glad. Like I said, I am honored and tickled that you asked me, and there's no way I would have said no. Or
do you have any hobbies? I know some of your hobbies.
Well, I have too many hobbies, is what my wife tells me. I play baseball on Sundays, and then I coach baseball. For the last 2 years, I've been coaching JV golf at the high school.
Since you're good at golf?
Yeah, I golf on at home, and then now that I'm helping coach at the high school on the JV level for golf, and then I like to go hunting and fishing. And
I know about your hunting because you used to get bear, and I used to call you Grizzly Adams.
Yeah,
got to use that beard every time you came back.
I do, and I would.
And you used to bring me some bear sausage.
Yeah, which you loved. You loved all the deer and the bear sausage, and that was. I still do that, and that keeps me out of trouble.
Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Well, being a sports guy, I love My wife would tell you that if there's certain movies on, I would watch them. Bull Durham is one. Casino would be another.
Yeah.
Some of the other mob movies. But I love Bull Durham. If that's on, I will watch it.
I know what your favorite movie is.
What's that?
Star Wars.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I have the collection of Star Wars
You had a big
movies.
Yoda.
I have a life-size Yoda, which maybe I should be embarrassed to say, but I'm not. I have a life-size Yoda. I used to have a Darth Vader speakerphone, and I bought the boys Star Wars sheets when they were younger, just because I was a Star Wars. They had no choice. But
I
to like
remember
Star
that
Wars.
because Andrew used to wear the Darth Vader mask.
Yeah, but I watched one of the Star Wars movies the other night, and my wife asked me how many times I've seen it. I said probably 200 times, but they keep getting better every time I watch it.
That's what my dad always says.
Yeah.
Who is your all-time favorite Star Wars character?
I like Chewbacca and Boba Fett.
Yeah, I kind of like the bad guys.
I would, that doesn't surprise me. You'd like the bad guys. Like who would you like?
Probably Darth Vader
Darth Vader
or Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda's a good guy though.
I like those two.
Yeah, like I said, for growing up, I had for Halloween I'd be Darth Vader, or my mom, one of our family friends made me a Chewbacca costume, which I wore to school for one Halloween party, and I probably looked ridiculous, but
because I remember me and my dad used to have competitions because you used to both do your garages for Halloween.
yeah. Well, mine was more to scare the kids. I like to see.
And you and my dad used to try to make like that spiked apple cider and see who would make better.
You're ratting us out again.
Jeez.
We I you know what, the times that we had I loved. I wish we had more times like that, but making the spiked apple ciders, you call it, and walking you guys around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Watching you guys, and then
We used to get a lot of candy.
The best part was afterwards, and then me and your dad would steal the candy we wanted from you guys. But
You're just gonna have to visit for trick or treat.
I know.
What is your all-time favorite restaurant or food?
Oof. You know what I loved, and when I first got here to Findlay, and they had one in Toledo, so I grew up near Toledo, was Damon's.
I used to love
They
that place.
had the ribs and then the onion loaf. I don't think there's any more Damon's anymore, but
It's
that
sad.
was one of the best restaurants I would go to, and
Yeah,
I think now I'd have to say we go to Cheddar's. That's our go-to restaurant, but Damon's was number one.
I remember when we used to live over by me, we used to go B-dubs all the time.
We'd go to B-dubs, and we'd go to B-dubs and Jed's, and you would get the most insane
Until
hottest
my lips
wings,
were white.
and you would eat them until your lips are white, and you'd be sweating, and I could not understand how, one, you could eat them, two, they would tear me up, so I know it had to tear you up.
You used to only ate the wimpy flavors.
That yes, I'm not a strong guy like you. Your lips would turn white.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to wrap things up, Dustin. Do you want to ask him your famous last question?
John, this might be the most difficult question you've ever heard in your lifetime. Do you consider a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog, a sandwich? No.
I don't either.
Hot dogs are hot dogs.
Yeah.
A sandwich is
It's a flat piece of bread.
it's a flat piece of bread with like peanut butter and jelly or some kind of deli meat.
Yeah, not hot dogs.
A hot dog, a sandwich?
No.
Now I'm going to be thinking about that for like 2 weeks.
Now you-
That's gonna drive me crazy.
Now when you see Andrew and then we have to ask him.
I am going to ask them that and see what they
They'll
say.
be stumped.
I'm going to tell them to text you and their answer.
Yeah. They'll probably be like stumped.
They probably think it's going to be a sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you, John.
No, thank you, thank Dustin. Like I said, I'm honored that you invited me, and I love this, and thank you guys for having me in today.
Can-Do Group provides opportunities and experiences for adults with developmental disabilities. This can only happen with the support of area businesses and community members like you. Thank you. For more information, contact www.candogroup.org.